New moon in Scorpio. So anytime the moon is in Scorpio, the moon falls. It goes to sleep. It goes to a slumber. And anything that has fall in it means it falls hard. It goes deep. And of course, we in Scorpio season, so that means being deep, balls deep, when it comes to circumstances and situations and desires and motivations and passions that you're pretty much trying to tangle on. Not trying, but you will be tangling on. Or how these energies will be basically tangling towards you. So, you got the new moon. Anytime there's a new moon, there's a new way of doing things, a new way of reacting and responding. So we got the new moon in Scorpio. So this is fixed water, being fixated on your own ways of dealing with your feelings and emotions. So fixed water means you're stubborn. You want to feel this way. You don't want to feel how others feel. Or you don't want to feel how this person is feeling. You want to be fixated on your own feelings and emotions. Of course, you're going to come across and pick up the vibes and energies of other people and how they feel. But this season, it's all about being deep, fixated. Now we got the moon in Scorpio. We got the sun in Scorpio. Every time the moon and the sun comes together, there's a conjunction. That means it's a new moon. That means they're aligned together. They're working with each other. They're on the same path at the moment. That means the moon, mom, is with it. That means the sun, father is with it. So they're aroused. So they're ready. They're very determined. They're very desired to go after and chase after and react after whatever's, in their way of whatever they're trying to chase. We also got Mars in Scorpio, where it's home at and where it's comfortable at. So anytime a planet is in Mars, that's going to be anger, aggression, passion, motivation, desire, and of course, force. So anytime a planet is in home, that means it's comfortable. It's going to basically do whatever it want to do and shine however it want to shine. But by default, anytime Mars is in the sign, it's going to make you get up on you and go ahead and, of course, go ahead and do it. Not beat around the bush, not wait. It's going to make you get up off your booty and, of course, get straight to the cheeks. So that's how it's playing out in this perspective. Also, the new moon kind of came a little late as far as cusp-wise and things of that matter. Feel me? We got the moon in Sagittarius at the moment. We ain't get into that. But right now, your focus is going to be, when we have that new moon in Scorpio, your focus is going to relate towards the sun and Mars and Scorpio at the moment. So, of course, whatever, degrees and actions and passions that you're going to be basically taking, it's going to be predicated towards that. So, yeah. Those are going to be the energies and things of that matter. Feel me? Now, your oppositions will basically be Uranus and Taurus, and Jupiter and Taurus. What does this mean? Uranus and Taurus means having your own way of being unique and original, and of course, it's a generational planet. It means you got to have your own way of doing things, your own way of conducting yourself. Though, during the sign of Uranus and Taurus, you got to have your own way of being fixated and practical and stable and secure in unexpected scenarios and dramatic ways, where you have to do things in your own way of pretty much, gain a security, a safety, those that matter, feel me? And also, there's going to be some changes when it comes to the things that you was used to being fixated on and used to being stable towards too. It's a new way of, making money matters. Also, we got Jupiter in Taurus. Jupiter is all about growth, expansion, and of course, experiences. So, with Jupiter coming with Uranus, it's going to be a whole lot of expansion and experiences and expenses when it comes to your security, safety, practicality, stability, and how you conduct yourself and what you stand on and, of course, what you're building on. So that's going to be expanding, feel me? So that's the time to, go ahead and, of course, have that hope, faith, and luck, or wherever you got Taurus hat in your chart. Those are going to be areas and locations where you will be basically going through the circumstance situations of tug of war. See, Mars in Scorpio, Sun in Scorpio, the Moon in Scorpio wants you to react and respond towards your desires, passions, and motivations. Jupiter and Uranus want you to have your own way of being stable, secured, and taking your time with it. Feel me? Scorpio want to just get up and do it. Uranus, Jupiter want you to just take your time, be wise about it. So that's where the two opposing energies come from. Of course, your squares will be Leo and Aquarius. It's going to be your squares for all the fixated signs. Of course, wherever you had these energies out in your chart. You also got the cusp going on with Saturn and Pisces and Aquarius. So we're dealing with a cusp energy. So that may be a minus square that you're going to be basically facing. But, Saturn is back direct. And, of course, it's going to be going up degrees again. So we got Pluto cusping with Capricorn and Aquarius. So, of course, Pluto is going to be a factor when it comes to your squares. Pluto and Saturn is going to be squaring you. Leo, the only time it's going to really be squaring you when the moon get there. Other than that, with these energies, we're going to basically get into the houses real fast. We're going to break it down, of course, how it's going to be affecting you, and, of course, areas and locations that you're going to be basically succumbing from. But now, With the new moon and Scorpio in your first house, this is a new way of reacting and responding towards your feelings and emotions, your passions, your desires, your actions, and of course, what you're striving for, aka your personality. Get your personal motivations, your personal desires, your personal actions. Get that going. Focus on yourself. Get yourself right. Feel me? Make sure you do a transformation or personal transformation. Of course, get yourself situated and you first. Now, the people, places, and things within your seventh house, which is your relationships, or how you relate, how others relate towards you, are going to basically be trying to take you off your path. This could be experiences. This could be someone or something, or your way of doing things in the own stable, practical manner when it comes to that area and location of the Jupiter and Uranus energies. Now, your oppositions, that's going to be your oppositions. Now, your squares will be basically your Leo energies and Aquarius energies. So, your fourth house is going to be a square, and your 10th house is going to basically be where your squares is coming from, home and family, and of course, tensions to deal with your status, career, and goals. Now, in your second house, you got Scorpio in your second house. See, the moon is exalted here in the second house, but Scorpio is actually debilitated here in the second house, but it's also opposition. So basically, by default, that puts you into a situation of being a Libra ascendant. So Libra ascendant, you're going to be reacting and responding towards a new way of coming when it comes to money, value, resources, and of course, material and things that you stand on. Your oppositions and your obstacles will basically be your 8th house. Shared resources, shared sexual desires, shared passions and desires, and people, places, and things that you share these energies with. Feel me? Now, your oppositions is going to basically be coming from, that's going to be your opposition, but your square is going to basically be coming from your 5th house, and your other square is going to basically be coming from your 11th house. Associations, and you, of course, your love and romance. Third house, we got Scorpio in the third house. It's pretty much a new way of reacting and responding towards deep thoughts and deep ways of thinking and communicating and sharing ideas when it comes to your friends, siblings, neighbors, environment, your surroundings. Transforming your surroundings, taking action on your surroundings, being very aggressive. Or you're going to be facing these energies from people, places, and things that's towards your domain. Now, your opposition is going to be basically coming from your 9th house. Your moralities, your experiences, and your meanings and reasons. And your squares will be coming from the from your 6th house and your 12th house. I'm lying. Your square is going to be coming from your 3rd house and your 3rd house and your 9th house. You a Gemini ascendant. Cancer's is next. You got Scorpio in the 4th house. See, the moon's comfortable here, but of course, the moon in this house is going to fall here. So you're going to be dealing with some whole ups and downs when it comes to home and family and privacy and comfortability. You're going to go through some deep transformations in there. You're going to be dealing with some anger and aggressions in there. Your oppositions will be coming from your 10th house. Your responsibilities, duties, and of course, your obligations. We're going to run this through real fast. Now, if you got Scorpio in your 5th house, you're going to be reacting and responding towards a new way of dealing with love, romance, and of course, love affairs. And of course, your creative endeavors and of course, your gifts and talents. Now, your oppositions and your obstacles will basically be coming from your 11th house. People, places, and things that you associate yourself with. Now, if you got Scorpio in your 6th house, if you got the new moon and Scorpio in your 6th house, this is actually the Gemini ascendant. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, this is Gemini ascendant. If you got the moon and Scorpio in your 6th house, you're going to be coming up with a new way of reacting and responding towards your work ethics, your health, your routines, and of course your 9 to 5s and your schedule systems. Your opposition is going to be coming from your dreams, imaginations, and tiredness. If you got new moon and Scorpio in your 7th house, you're going to come up with a new way of taking control over your relationships and new way of relating. And of course your oppositions will be you. And if you got new moon and Scorpio in your 8th house, you'll be reacting and responding towards the moon is full here, but of course the 8th house of Scorpio is home here. So you'll be reacting and responding to a new ways of dealing with your desires, your motivations, your passions, of course your angers and aggressions. It's areas that's in it. Now, if you got the new moon and Scorpio in your 9th house, you're gonna be reacting and responding towards a new way of dealing with moralities, meanings, reasons, purposes, and of course higher learning. And your opposition will be basically coming from your 3rd house environment, your friends, and whoever you talk to. 10th house. You're going to be reacting and responding to a new way when it comes to your desires, your goals, and what you're trying to achieve. Your home and your family will oppose you, or you can be opposing them. If you got this in your 11th house, you're going to come up with a new way of dealing with your feelings and emotions, and a fixated way of dealing with your associations, groups, friends, and acquaintances. Are these new people that I can rock with or not? And last but not least, if you got Scorpio in your 12th house, it's a new way of reacting and responding towards your subconscious in a deep way, and of course, separating from people. And of course, your work, your routines will be the opposition.